Hi folks, welcome to Little Farm Big Dreams. My name is Denise. Welcome to my kitchen, our gluten-free kitchen. Today I am in a hurry because I am heading to the airport. Well, Darren and I are heading to the airport to pick up our youngest, Abby, who's been on a traveling adventure that she's been saving up for since she was little. Today I'm going to share a little part of our history, our little tradition in my family. After my sisters and I had flown the coop, anytime we came home, and still to this day, anytime we go home, there's always a warm, hot pot of chicken and rice soup waiting for us on the stove. Whether we've been driving through the night to get home to New Brunswick and it's 3 o'clock in the morning, there will be soup. Whether we arrive at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, there will be soup. Whether we arrive anytime, there will be soup. And yes, it is chicken and rice soup, but we affectionately call it, our entire family calls it soupe de malade, soup for the sick, because it's so comforting, and Mom always made it for us when we weren't feeling well, and then it became the soup that we came home to. And so I will share with you my soupe de malade. It's a really simple recipe. I put it on, it's already going on the stove right now. A pot of water. I use salted herbs, herbes salées. That's our tradition in our community and where we're from. So the salted herbs that I use are from Quebec, but we can buy them in New Brunswick as well, which is where I'm originally from. And after the salted herbs, you toss in some chicken of your choice. I just happen to have some frozen drumsticks that I pulled out of the freezer and tossed in the water, and some celery stalks because Abby loves having extra celery in her soupe de malade. So that's happening. Once the chicken is ready and cooked up, I'm going to take it off, I'm going to debone it, and I'm going to put it back in the pot with some rice, and there you have it. It's as simple as that. But what is all of this about? Why all of this stuff? Oh, the oven's ready for what we're about to make right now. We all know that saltines are like the best thing to have with chicken and rice soup, right? Well, at least in my world, they are. And as a celiac, I can find saltines in the grocery store, but unfortunately for Abby, the gluten-free saltines that we've been able to find also contain corn flour, and she's intolerant to corn. So I am going to try to surprise her with some homemade saltines. I have never made them before, so this part might be a flop, but at least I've got the chicken and rice soup. So the recipe I'm going to be following, I've written it down here in chicken scratch, so I'll be referring to my little note, my little cheat sheet here, is from the gluten guy. I think, is that what he's called? Now I'm blanking because I have to tell you what it is. I will link the video that I followed down in the description of this video, and I'll also link to his blog, to his website, where he has lots of gluten-free recipes. But we will start with, this is 140 grams of flour, of gluten-free, all-purpose gluten-free flour. I'm using the Bob's Red Mill. You can use whatever gluten-free flour blend that suits your fancy. Then we add a half a teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/4 cup of cold cubed butter. Oh, I should probably break this up a little bit, shouldn't I? Please hold. Your call is important to us. Come on, butter. All right. Now we'll put in a 1/4 cup of cubed cold butter. And then we mix for a little bit until it comes together, kind of like a pie crust, like so that the butter is broken up into like pea-sized pieces. I've never found that it actually looks like peas when it's described that way, so maybe I just don't understand recipes. So here's our 1/4 cup of warm water and 1/8 cup of milk at room temperature. You can use whatever milk product of your choice. So that's 1/8. You can also use shortening for this recipe if dairy is not something that you can consume or want to consume. So yes, 1/8 cup, which is, I think the equivalent is 2 tablespoons, or you can just use a 1/4 cup measurer and fill it up halfway. And then we turn this back on and add our yeast. That was 1.5 teaspoons of yeast. Okay, well, that's it. I am going to clean this up because I need this space to roll out our dough, and I'll be back in just a second. I have my parchment paper here, upon which the crackers, the saltines, will be baking. And let's pull this dough out. Now, in the video, he says that it's quite sticky, it's quite pasty, and I can attest to that. It's a little bit wet. But his crackers turned out, so I'm hoping mine will too. You able to see that? It's actually quite lovely. Texture is nice. I'm very hopeful. I hope this works out. All right, I have my rolling pin, and now I'm going to center that. I'm going to try to kind of shape it a little bit like so. And then we cover the whole lot with cling film. Because the dough is so sticky, I don't think we'd be able to roll it out without this cling film helping us to separate between the rolling pin. Here we go. Oh, great. Now everything's rolling around. So I want to make this dough fairly thin, because with the yeast in there, it'll probably puff up a little bit. I'm going to go back this way and spread it out over here. Now I'd love to be able to just roll this out, but my parchment paper is slipping all over the place. Oh no, and I squeezed the dough out. Look what I did. Oh, it wouldn't be a Denise day without a little flub. It's part of my charm. Okay, all right. Let's just pretend that this part's just fine. All right, I'm gonna stop right there. And now we shape our crackers. Whee. Oh wait, first, we don't shape them yet. Wait. They wouldn't be saltines without a little bit of salt. So we're gonna just sprinkle the surface with some salt. Gosh, it's really hard to see where I've gotten the salt and where I haven't. Let's hope for the best. These little ends are going to be my scrappy crackers. No fancy tools, just winging it. There we go. I just have to be brave and just slice through. Just get it done. Okay. They're not perfectly even, but that's okay. I hope this also encourages you that, you may not have every little bell and whistle in your kitchen, but you can still make good food. Although I shouldn't qualify this as good food just yet because I don't really know how this is going to turn out. Now, saltines have holes poked in them. So let's do it. Boop, boop. I think we're done. Ah, I'm excited. Okay, now let's see how well I can transfer this to the cookie sheet. Or the sheet pan. What do you call these? Do you call them sheet pans or cookie sheet? I'm going to see if I can slide it down here. Hey, look at that, it worked. All right, in the oven it goes. 3 minutes. Then I turn the pan. 3 more minutes. Let's see how they turn out. Okay, see you in 3 minutes. It's time, 3 minutes. Just gonna turn them around. Ooh. Three more minutes. See you then. Ha. Golden brown. I don't know, is that enough? It tastes like soda crackers. I'm gonna put it in for another minute because I think it's a bit thick in the middle. Oh yeah, that chicken's almost ready to come off the bone. Now typically I would let that chicken broth like simmer for a couple of hours at least before I pull the chicken out and take it off the bone, but we're out of time. The airport's about 2 hours away from here, and her flight lands in an hour and a half. Now she has to go through immigration and customs and all of that, so we're still okay for time, but we do have to get going. Okay. I don't know, is that it? Is that all I needed to do? I have a weird feeling in my belly telling me that that wasn't in there long enough. I don't know, guys. I'm putting them back in. Oh my gosh, is it a mistake? It could just be that I didn't roll it out as large as he did because his was a nice square. Clearly he's far more skilled at this than I am. Could be a mistake. Putting them in for another 2 minutes. I mean, every oven is different, and some people will follow the instructions to the letter, and their recipes will work out just fine, whereas other people won't follow the instructions to the letter, and, you know, it's a gamble. All right, what now, what now, what now? I think they need a little longer. The outside that's a lot thinner is doing great. Oh! Oh, it tastes just like crackers. That tastes really good. I can see the holes. The taste, the flavor, the texture is perfect. I am so excited. Okay, I turned the heat off and I'm putting it on for another minute, and I'm gonna start getting ready to debone the chicken. So I'm gonna gather my stuff to do that. Take my crackers out. Oh yeah, I think we're there. And if we're not, it'll be a first try that hopefully will become more triumphant with every attempt. Just gonna grab some rice for that. I'll be right back. All right. I always eyeball my rice. Sometimes it's perfect, sometimes there's not enough rice, and sometimes it turns into like savory rice pudding. The beauty of it is that our family is so used to the myriad of ways that this soup can turn out that we love it no matter what. So I probably have about, I don't know, 6 cups of water in there. So if I put 2 cups of rice, we should be okay. We shall see. Perhaps my channel is not the destination for perfected recipes because I'm very much a measure with my heart type of person. I need to feel that. And say that's a cup and a half. And if I see that it's not thick enough, I'll just add a little bit before we leave. Bring it to a simmer. And no, I do not rinse my rice before putting it in here. I kind of like the starchiness. All right, I do have an actual question for you for the comments section of this video. Down below, if you've never commented before, just hit on the comments button or hit on someone else's comment and it will pop that up for you. Do you have something in your family that's a traditional meal that just screams comfort and home for you? And if you do, is it something that's common, but that maybe your family has a special name for it, like soupe de malade, soup for the sick, and it's stuck, even though we have it when we're arriving home. And I've gone away sometimes and I've come home and Darren's been at home holding down the fort and I come back and he makes soupe de malade for me. And it just makes my heart so happy. So what do you have in your family as a traditional, like, oh, this is the taste of home, this is the taste of comfort? And do you have a special name for it? Still pretty hot. Owie. All right, I'm gonna finish this up and I'll see you when I'm done. Ha! Oh, c'est chaud. Aïe, 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 aïe. Oh, I didn't even wait for you guys, I'm sorry. We're in such a hurry to get to the airport. I just have to pack everything up. The chicken is back in the pot. I'm gonna put the crackers in here. Oh, they're a bit soft. They're not crispy, so I'm gonna get the outside ones to give to her. I needed to cook them a little longer, and if I had time, I'd stick them back in the oven. But these outer ones are crispy, and so she'll get those ones.
Put them back in the oven now.
Should I put them back in the oven now?
Yeah, leave them
Darren
off. Leave them off, and when we come home, they'll be crispy.
Oh, that's true. I'll put them in the oven now. This too, that's not crispy enough. All right. Well, at least you'll have a little taste of crispiness. And we can always turn this back on when we get back if we want to. Oh, we're in a hurry. Thermoses. We have thermoses ready. Thanks, honey. Darren is helping out. All right. Even if the rice isn't all the way cooked through right now, the water is so stinking hot that the water, it's not water anymore, it's broth. It's so hot that the rice will cook the rest of the way in the thermos. Owie!
Just make sure you have a lot of broth in there so that it absorbs into the rice.
Oh yes, absolutely. I'm just putting I'm going to get a piece of celery in there for her. She loves her celery. 2 pieces of celery in there for her. Here's the first thermos. We don't know how hungry she's going to be. Made a mess of it. Sorry, babe. And we have a friend coming over to take care of the dogs, and they will be able to put the soup in the fridge once it cools down. All right, folks. If I'm able to capture the moment, I don't know how tired or camera ready Abby will be. I may not be able to capture the moment. I thank you for joining me. Not every recipe works out perfectly, and that's just life, isn't it? Please like, comment, subscribe, do all those fun things that help us grow our little channel at Little Farm Big Dreams, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now. All right, babe, let's go. Let's go, go, go.
Bye. I'm so excited. That's really good, actually. That is really good.